Hey guys, this is Cooking and Conversations and I'm Jonte.
I'm Micah, her handsome assistant.
And my husband. This is our cooking show and we're so excited to have you with us for our very first episode. We are in our friend's lovely home and we're gonna cook, we're gonna talk and have a good time.
Jinx. Double Jinx.
Let's have them introduce themselves.
Sure, absolutely.
Hey, I'm Rhonda
And I'm Kevin.
and we are the Masseys. And we're great friends of Jonte and Micah.
And I thought it was really important that they would be part of our first episode because they are in business together just like my husband and I. And so today's conversation is going to be about managing married life, raising children, being in business together, all of those crazy components that...
It does get crazy sometimes.
It does.
You know, sometimes when you work together and you live together and, you know, you still love each other, but a lot of times these wives, you know, they do crazy things and you know, we try to keep it together, but
Well, the husbands make us do crazy things.
it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Anyway, before we get down to the conversation part, let's get to the food. Let's get to the cooking.
Yes, we are going to cook. We're going to do one of my favorite recipes today. We're gonna do one of my favorite recipes today, a Salmon Wellington. I love the salmon and the spinach and everything in it, and it's a quick recipe. So that's why I chose to do that today. Ready to get started?
Yeah, let's get started.
Y'all gonna join us. And so we're gonna do a Salmon Wellington, and we're also gonna do a bacon wrapped asparagus. So I'm gonna have you and Kevin start on the bacon wrapped asparagus, and then me and Rhonda are gonna talk about the recipe.
Light work, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do
so
that. We can do that.
I'm gonna move.
Put your glass down.
No. And I'm drinking some. What am I drinking?
BS
Ciroc.
Ciroc, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Diddy.
Alright, so what we're gonna do, we got this light work. We're gonna
give you that.
We're gonna cut up a little bit of asparagus. And with the asparagus, you really just gotta cut off the bottom pieces a little bit. We're gonna do that over here. Me and you, separate work. You got some bacon right here.
Yeah, and you don't need to explain that. So you're gonna wrap the asparagus with bacon.
Boom.
What she said.
All right, and then what me and Rhonda are going to do, I'm gonna turn this eye on, and we're gonna set it at a medium level, and we're gonna start out with some butter and some shallots and garlic.
Everything is better with butter. Everything is better with butter.
So a little background. So give me a little background, Rhonda, about what you do, so that I can explain my butter. Go ahead.
Okay, so background of what I do is I'm a personal trainer, I'm a bodybuilder, I'm a health and wellness coach. I train in person and online. I just love allowing women to realize their own strengths, getting their bodies back after giving childbirth,
Yes.
After taking care of the whole family and leaving themselves on the back burner. I'm inserted in that point to where enough is enough. I gotta give me some me time. So that's what I'm good at. That's what I'm good at.
So if I had thought about it, I would have swapped the butter out for some olive oil or some coconut oil. But I'm a Southern girl and everything is better with butter.
Everything is better with butter.
So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna saute. Ooh, that heats up fast. Turn it down a little bit. Yep.
Let it roll, baby.
So basically we're gonna saute the onions and garlic in the butter, and we're gonna cook that down until the onions or the shallots, are translucent. And after that happens, when it's nice,
And melted down.
and then we're gonna add a little white wine to deglaze our pan before we add in our cream cheese and
That's so
spinach.
fancy.
But it's simple. It was one pan.
Okay.
Everything is going into this one pan. That's the best thing about it. Because you hate when I can have several pans and then we gotta wash them. One pan. My favorite
pan.
recipes is one pan. You got them doing this hard work over here. They're
We are working
sweating.
very hard.
As they
over there.
wrap.
Hand shaking like I'm gonna get a whooping.
Thank you.
So guys, what do y'all got going on right now? So let's talk.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
You know, it's the first of the year, so everybody has that New Year's resolution and everyone wants to get in shape.
Right.
So my client load is full. I had how many clients today, babe? 5.
Yeah,
Nice.
I had 5 clients this morning, back to back to back to back. I do have my a home gym, a garage gym, fully encapsulated. Everything's there, even sauna. So everybody is on the fitness kick. So I got a full schedule with personal training, online coaching, as well as basketball. I'll let my husband talk about that.
So my role in our business is I am the basketball skills trainer and coach. And
Add in our cream cheese. So we're gonna add in our
for
cream
me, it's more about developing kids, and this is the season time of the year, even with COVID. We spend most of our time training kids in game now, so it's pretty steady for me while it kind of balances out.
So while they cooking, let's go ahead and jump in some conversation. So, my wife was mad at me today because
Start right on the heat, huh?
I'm just gonna
You're
get
gonna jump right on into it.
So
Right on
she's a little
into
mad
it.
at me today because I forgot that she wanted to get her nails done, even though her nails are already
I mean,
done.
it's the first
But
episode.
first
Can the girl
episode,
look
so she
cute?
wanted to get her nails done. And
I
I
was like,
forgot.
if he zoom in on my hands,
And
they gonna see that I need a fill-in.
Girl, you see this? A mess.
I came with y'all.
A
Lord.
mess.
So, but me and the boy went to go get our haircut because this is the first episode, so we had to get it right. So we had to get it right. You know what I mean? So, we went to go and get right and everything.
Meanwhile,
And-
you didn't send me no notice that I need to tighten up the fade because
My bad, your fault. So me and the boy took like 4 hours getting our haircuts today. 3 hours, 3.5 hours. And she was kind of upset with me, so she wouldn't talk to me when I get back to the house, and she was just looking at me with the stank face.
'Cause
and
in
the
my
stank
mind,
eye,
I said,
and
okay,
all that kind of stuff.
we got to film together today, and he done worked my nerve, and nothing is going accordingly. I can't talk to him right now. I gotta come down.
Yeah. You gotta pick your battles.
They
at
gotta,
this
they
point.
gotta come down.
Yeah, you gotta.
as
come
y'all
down.
y'all are married, y'all work together, y'all do a whole lot of things together. How do y'all deal with these kinds of transgressions when they pop up? When Ted forgets to take the trash out or something,
So I will say that it sounds really, really, really cliche, and it's so much harder than doing than it is to say. But literally picking up the phone and saying, "Hey, Jonte, I've just gotten out the chair after 1.5 hours. The boy is just getting in the chair. It's gonna be probably another half hour." That communication means everything.
Say it one more time. That what?
That communication means everything.
She knew where I was.
No, but she didn't know how long you was gonna be there. That's the tipping point.
hold on, push pause. I want to be in your corner, but since you didn't call me
Wow.
to line up,
Wow. And that's yours?
So
No, that's yours. Okay.
like today, she knew I was at basketball training,
Okay.
but I still got that call because I wasn't back in a timely manner for her. She knew it.
Is that yours or mine?
That's yours.
Okay.
Alright, so
All right. So
asparagus is ready to go in the oven. So you can go ahead and
So
put the asparagus in
we've
the oven.
asparagus in the oven.
Yeah.
What do we put the oven at for the asparagus?
Oven is at 350.
Oven is at 350.
About 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes of the asparagus.
So it's just bacon and asparagus. No
Bacon is-
seasoning, no nothing.
No, because bacon's already got everything. I'm
Salt
making
in
what
it.
I would do is after it's done, just a sprinkle of salt on top of it, and that's it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So then we're gonna take our puff pastry. And you're gonna stretch it out.
So this is like regular grocery store.
Grocery store puff pastry in the frozen food section near the desserts. Salmon, you can use fresh salmon, or if you don't have time to go, or don't want to spend the money on fresh salmon, a bag of frozen salmon, defrosted. I'm using the Spice Sweet Smoky Citrus Salt and her Citrus Savory Blend are the two seasonings that I'm going to use on
Is
it.
that what you got when you went?
When I went to
traveling?
DC,
Okay.
yes, I love her, love her. I'm
Shout
very
out to the
big
Spice Sweet.
on supporting small women in business, small business, and she has a beautiful location in DC that we got a chance to visit. What originally I was doing with a little bit of obey. You find new spices, you get to elevate your
Yeah,
dish.
get to
So
elevate.
Chinese flavors. Yeah, a little pepper. We'll season both sides of our
Okay.
meat.
Okay. Just with the seasoning on both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. In our mixture, we've got a little bit of salt and pepper, so those need the extra salt. So we're just gonna take it, top it, and then we're gonna wrap.
Jonte, can I tell you something?
Yes.
I've never had this.
Hey.
You never had this?
I've never had
Yeah.
this dish.
Well, country boy over here, I'm just trying to see how they all go together, so I'm just excited.
Never had
The
this dish.
puff pastry is so light and flaky. It's good. And then you've got that creamy filling in the middle. Salmon is already such
This
a...
is perfect for our house, minus unless we find gluten free. This is perfect for our
Right.
house.
a cheat meal.
Because it's quick.
It is. And it's something that you can prep and put in the freezer and be done with. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome to this.
Look at you being an awesome sous chef.
Look at girl. Talk about it.
That's because the hairline got done.
Because his hair got done.
You gonna stop talking about my fresh cut?
Low key hate.
You gonna stop talking about my fresh cut?
That one's gonna be filled with olive. We ain't gonna leave no bad about
Alright,
it.
that's fine. That's fine.
And then I just do like a little cross stitch on top. Little cut.
And then this also goes into the oven, and this goes in at
350, about 20-25 minutes.
So can I set the timer for 20
Yeah,
minutes?
you can.
Absolutely. That one's gonna be a fatty.
And that's it.
Yes.
Black out.
And while that's cooking, wash your pan.
Yes, and boss.
He's an awesome sous chef. Hey.
So how do y'all divvy up like household responsibilities? Because, you know, at the business, you know who's good at what, right?
Right.
So you want to make sure that somebody is always operating in their gifting when it comes to business and making money. But at the house, we don't care nothing about that. Stuff needs to get done.
So
So
I'll
how
say
do you
this.
guys handle that?
I will say that with COVID and the school with the schools being shut down, I'm going to give Micah his props.
Turn the water off.
You hear it right now. You ready, baby?
I'm listening.
You better get eye
I'm
contact.
listening.
You're listening. You're about to get it.
I'm listening.
He has been amazing because right now we just opened up the takeout restaurant, and I am at the takeout restaurant right now full time until we can get staffing and everybody operating in the way that we want them to operate. So that is full where I'm at full time. I'm there 12 hours out of the day.
Wow.
He is working from home. Our children are homeschooling, and he is having to handle homeschooling the kids, his accounting job, dropping the twins off to school, the daycare. It's a lot.
It's rough.
It's a lot. So
I ain't gonna tell you what.
it's a lot right now. So the balance has switched,
Right.
which I enjoy.
I do all the work at the house.
He starts the laundry.
I drive,
figures out what dinner is
I drive a
gonna
minivan. Y'all don't understand how that makes me feel. No, really. No, really. No, really. You don't understand how it makes me feel. I see real nice Suburbans driving down the street, and I be like, man,
I need a
that's real.
Suburban.
I need a Suburban. I do. So Netflix, whenever you holler at us, I can get the Suburban. But I mean, everybody's got to play their role, and right now,
But the
that
dynamics of our
household-
relationship has
It's
swapped
changed.
Yeah.
because originally
the
I was
household
working
needs
from
me to
home.
needs me to be home
Yeah.
and the household stuff still got to get done. I happen to be the one who's home right now, so I have to be the one who tries to get that kind of stuff done.
Isn't that awesome? Like the fact that the perfect storm created this scenario. Like because if it wasn't for COVID, you would not be home.
Correct.
Oh no, not at all.
And then we would have been
No.
trying to figure out, okay,
How?
who's
Like
gonna
who's gonna
who's raising the
right?
kids home from school and
Right.
everything. So yeah, it
Right, like the perfect storm happened for you.
The Lord don't make
for her to be at
mistakes.
the restaurant 12 hours a day.
Yeah. The Lord don't make any mistakes. I
At
mean,
all.
everything kind of
At
falls
all.
in place when you need it to. So I mean, it's different.
Oh, it's very different. Okay, so we have to go back and remember that when you were working 9 to 5 outside the home, and I was at home with the twins
Right.
and with the kids and
Right.
everything, and he would come home and he'd be like, "Why are you upset?" And I'm, "Whew, these kids that ran me through it today." And he wouldn't understand that.
Right.
And so now when I come home and he got that same look that I had, and I'd be like, "What's wrong?"
Oh, that's what I was about to ask. What was your response?
I did him on him. I said, "What's wrong?"
So you pay.
Oh yeah.
So you pay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.com.
Yeah. And he's like, "You tell about your kids."
Tell me about your
They
kids.
your kids.
They your kids.
When they
Right,
acting right.
right,
So,
right.
But it took us to both realize, okay, hold on, roles are switched, and now you have a better respect and understanding for what everyone does,
Right.
and I think it made us better.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
At least you
It made us
understand.
better. I did understand. I do understand. I mean, running a household is tough work. We had 5 kids in our house, so it was already a difficult job to begin with.
Right.
So yeah, no, I completely give her credit. I completely give her shout out to everything that she has done, and shout out to everything that she's doing now. Because like I said, somebody's got to be at the restaurant. We chose this. We chose to kind of step out and kind of try to expand the business that we had. So and it's in her wheelhouse now.
Yeah.
So she's got to be the one to drive that truck. So it is what it is. Like I said.
So
the
with
minivan-
y'all, how do you? Because y'all are training together. You train your basketball students, kids.
So it's different. I just had this conversation with somebody the other day. There's a difference between coaching and training.
Okay, because she trains.
She trains
And you
in
coach.
physical. I coach and train in sports.
Gotcha.
She coaches in basketball.
Okay.
Big difference. Coaching is making sure they're where they're supposed to be, holding them accountable, things of that nature. Training is teaching them a skill.
Now, but y'all.
She teaches the skill of training her body, and I teach the skills of training in basketball.
Now,
Now, do y'all bump heads on
coaching
and training?
A
Not
little bit?
training.
Not
Not
on training.
training.
but
On
on
coaching,
coaching.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's okay. So
Let me go on. Sorry. 'Cause she don't think I caught it yesterday, so I gotta go and get it out. She don't think I caught it because we were on the phone
They
and we on
think
video.
that. They think
Yeah,
that.
but I need her to know. So
Yeah.
Friday night.
What?
Friday night we played a really good team. Only other team that's in our division. This is 8th grade boys. So,
First of all, you gotta set it up. We coach 2 different teams.
yeah. So because of COVID, the middle school that we coached at decided not to have basketball. Those parents called and asked us would we still coach, whatever.
But just not associated with the school.
Just not with the schools.
Okay.
Like, cool, income, can't say no, whatever. Then the school calls and says, well, can you do a basketball clinic? And then that way you can use it as practice time, although it's not practice time.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
And then we took and accepted positions. I am JV girls head coach at the school and varsity assistant, and she is the strength and conditioning coach for all the basketball programs.
Okay.
So all that goes in together. All right, so varsity girls, all that's one different thing, but these boys, that's where we built our wheelhouse the last couple of years. We established ourselves that we can take a turnip and get juice out of it, basically, because we didn't have a lot of talent there. So those kids actually are better than what they used to be. It's worked out in our favor. So fast forward to yesterday, day before yesterday.
Okay.
Friday we played the only other team in our division that was undefeated.
For the girls.
No, for the boys.
Okay, for the boys.
The 8th grade boys, we played another 8th grade boys team on a Friday night,
Right.
and we lost. She's always, now I give her props because she didn't even bring it up one time in that game.
In that game.
And no, in that game, she hadn't in a while. I have to give her props. She hadn't in a while. Rhonda I am more of the coach that says, I need to preserve you, this, that, and the other. And Rhonda's like old school, we're going to get out there hard the entire time, no matter if you can breathe or not at the end. And so, it's 2 different styles.
But from what my skill set is, if you are conditioned, you should be able to do that.
And they're not conditioned for me. So that's why it's 2 different sets. Okay. So fast forward, we lost the game on Friday night. I had to go with the girls on Saturday, and the boys had to play at the same time. So we made a decision. She stays here with the boys and coaches them, and I went to Columbia with the girls. We go to Columbia, whatever. I call her to find out
You ain't called me.
Petty.com, sorry.
He didn't call.
Petty.com.
He did not call.
Petty.com. I
At all.
got a picture to my phone of the halftime score with the L13. Is that who winning? Us. I know who winning because it says guessing home. I know we guess.
Right.
Who winning? Us with the question mark. Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Finish this game is going on here. So I get in the truck on my way back. I'm like, hey, what happened? But then, well, I started down the beginning. I was pressing them. We pressed them the whole time. We got up, then we sat back and did, little 2-3 you like to do, and then we went back to pressing them again. I'm like, wild animosity. Yeah, like, right. So
Right.
it works. But that's what type of stuff that we clash, and if not, we don't clash, and we can look at the same player and say, oh yeah, he he ain't
But
there.
we clash on
Style and how they play.
game plans.
We don't clash a lot because I realize that the kitchen is her domain.
But you had to come to learn that because you were trying to direct me.
I did have to come to that realization. And it's not that I am I don't want to say I'm an opinionated person, but I ask a lot of questions. Don't look at me like that. I'm not overly opinionated. I ask a lot of questions. And Jonte sometimes thinks that just because I'm asking questions, I am insinuating something with my questions. When really all I'm doing
Like she hadn't thought everything out.
Like when really all I'm doing is asking a question.
That is the issue.
That is the issue. Oh my, that's what I think.
Every day.
Why? This is the thing. When you are leading something,
that's why I'm just
listen, Jonte, I don't ask questions.
Well,
I let him lead.
My issue
Why
is
is it when I want to lead something, you got 50 million? This trust my leading. Trust it.
Then he will make me second guess myself.
Right.
And that's what I've told him.
I'm not making you second
I've thought
guess
everything
yourself.
out. I'm saying, okay, hey, I will say, I'm going to run with this menu this week. This is the menu I want to go. And he'll be
I think that's a great menu.
Really? Why didn't you go with such and such?
That's a very
Now I
innocent
thought
question.
everything through.
That's
But when you say why I didn't go with such and such.
What?
I don't know. I mean, is something wrong with what I've decided
Absolutely not.
on?
There's nothing wrong with what you decided on.
But you posed the question to it, so now
You're thinking.
did I make the right decision?
I mean,
You don't know why you posed the question.
I did. I posed the question because I wanted to know the
Just
answer to the
ask
question.
the question.
I wanted to know the answer to the
I
question.
do the same thing,
When he
but
asked-
it's not in the context of our business. I have learned that, like you said, her wheelhouse is training someone, or like we go
So
somewhere
you don't get
like when she
that.
does YLC and she does the whole conference, and it's like 5,000 people there and this, that, and the other, and it's her. I don't say, why you do that workout? Because I don't care, because she got the results that she needed.
Right.
But I can be in the house. It's got to be personal to me, which means there's a meaning behind why I'm asking. Hey, why you move the table all the way over there instead of leaving it right here? Because I've already given her the insinuation that, I just said simple something like that.
I'm gonna listen. So if we had to give advice to a newly married couple, one word.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I'm just saying don't do it.
I'm just playing, guys. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, guys.
Don't edit that part out.
I'm just playing,
Edit that
guys.
out.
Don't edit that out. Don't edit that out. I'm just playing. Really, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
If you had to give
Just playing.
Carry on.
You had to
You
give.
look like Mariah just now.
Everybody says that. If you had to give advice to a newly married couple, one word, what would your word be to them?
One word.
One word. Everybody gets one
I
word.
got it. I already know.
And then we gotta check on our dish.
I already know what the
And
word
pause
is.
was.
I already know what my word is.
What's your word?
Grace.
Grace. Like that.
You gotta give each other grace.
Gotta give each other grace.
Ladies first.
You gotta treat each other thing.
Come on.
Communication. Communication is so important. We forget that sometimes talking is all that is required.
That's all that's required.
That's it. Time is up. What's your word?
I'm gonna go with patience.
That's a good one.
I started to say something else, but I'm gonna go with patience. Y'all see my patience?
I think mine was I was not really thinking. I had to think longer on it. I was trying to think of which one is more important to me
Okay.
or for individually, and I think the word is
We're about to pop some wine.
Okay.
I want to talk about some wine in a second.
I think the word for me would be balance.
All right, so before we get ready to plate our meal
Yeah.
and get ready to let everybody eat, I want to open up our first bottle of wine on our first episode.
Yeah, it's something we kind of want to do every episode.
Yes.
A brand new bottle of wine, feature where we got it from.
Can we do a brand new bottle of wine or a brand new scotch?
Absolutely.
Cognac.
Cognac. You know what I mean? All right,
We drink
so this wine right here, we got this bottle of wine right here. We bought this bottle of wine from good friend of
Leah's.
ours, Leah's Old Village Wine Shop down in Mount Pleasant. Shout out to Leah. And she sold us this bottle, and actually we were drawn to this bottle because of the guy's hands on the bottle. And Leah was telling us about it, and she explained it to us, and she was like, the hands on this bottle is the manager of the vineyard. And basically it represents the hard work that it goes into creating a bottle of wine. Absolutely. And we wanted to, we specifically saved this bottle until this episode, because everything that we have been building to and going to and driving to has brought us to this point. Yeah. And this bottle kind of represents all of that. So on this first episode, I wanted to pour everybody a glass. I did take a little taste. It's a very smooth red blend. You've got a little. You good? Yep. It's got a little bit of it's got a strong body to it. You get some floral flavors through it and everything. I'm not a what's it called? Sommelier.
Yeah, you're not a sommelier.
I'm not a sommelier. But we enjoy red wine a lot. Y'all stop drinking all that Moscato.
And I can vouch for that, because this one right here, every time we do a meal plan, she's like, "Can I have red wine?"
That's right.
Oh
we
my God.
love us some red wine.
Oh, and I'm probably like the only client. She was like, "Can you wait till the weekend?" And I was like, "I can wait till the weekend."
But it's right here for you, sweetheart. But as Jonte is plating our meal, and this is what it looks like right here. So this is our Salmon Wellington.
Oh, that's beautiful.
With our bacon wrapped asparagus.
Yes.
And it looks yum yum.
Yeah. You can add a little side salad, but just this is it. I mean, you have your puff pastry that's filled with a rich, flavorful salmon, some spinach, cream cheese, mozzarella, and shallots and garlic, and it's
butter.
And makes
Butter.
it better.
Yes.
We thank you for joining us for our very first episode of Cooking and Conversations.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure having you guys here.
Thank you to our guests for allowing us to cook in our home.
In their beautiful home.
Yes, thank you.
You guys out there, subscribe. The next episode, is only up from here. We just really appreciate y'all checking us out. So, eat happy.
In love, life, health, and wealth.
Hey. Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.